Is there not a clearer indication of the passage of time than when you wake up after staying up for long and so late that your body feels like it's breaking down? Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's stream. That took way longer than I expected to get started. Sorry. I did not expect the Game Awards to hit me that hard, which is funny because it's not like the Game Awards is like a drug or something, but that took a very. I, I'm not used to staying up for that long and like having to like be that interactive for that long. Usually, when I stop stream, aside from my wife, I just stop talking. I just don't really talk after I finish streaming. Talking is painful for me, not because it hurts me, but because it taxes me. And I like to just be quiet for like a few hours before I sleep. Hello, chat. How you? How you? Hello, everyone. But at least it's a one time a year. And also, can you imagine actually if I was actually pouring alcoholic drinks? I've actually been thinking of that thing of like people like doing stuff on stream. Not that that's like not that I'm gonna be like, oh, you can't do that, but it's fascinating to me because I'm like, it's a bit like going to work while also drunk or high. Not to say that it doesn't necessarily help if your job sucks, but at the same time, it's like I feel like you miss out on so much that it feels like a waste of time, even more so than whatever it is that you were doing. Like I remember for years when I would be washing dishes, right? And I was like, man, I really wish there was something to help me pass the like time. But I just put on headphones instead, because it's a lot better for at least for me then to like listen to music than to just almost see time pass on by. Plus, I also didn't want to get stabbed with a knife by accident. So you can tell that the Game Awards hit me. I'm stuttering more, and I don't have any. I don't even want to like talk loud. It's why the playlist today is very nice and chill. I've got something cool to show you though, actually. So I found this last night, and I thought it'd be fun for us to stick on this stream on the screen as we sort of like settle into what we're doing today. And we're going to be doing quite a bit. This is the Internet Road Trip. You may know this Neil.fun thing over here. This is the person who made the stimulation clicker, as well as just a bunch of really random games. Actually, they made a bunch of games like well, what's that one where you combine the words? Infinite Craft. This one got really popular, and they've been making games still. So they even have like this cool illustration of like the size of life. So you can go all the way up to like from a DNA all the way to like a hummingbird, a bee hummingbird, or or like a house mouse. But they've also made this Internet Road Trip, and this is actually a really cool thing. But basically, you see how it says on the top right, there's 221 drivers. So it's a giant global chat room where everybody chooses where their car goes next on Google Maps. And again, I'm so glad that somebody else has these ideas. I always think to myself, some of the coolest game ideas that I always think about, at least in terms of what I find fun from what I've been able to think of, are games that have like a social element to them. Not like a social media game, but like just a game where you get to interact with other strangers and you get to do something with them. And like the concepts can be as simple as this: you go to Google, you load Street View, you put like a PNG of a steering wheel that you rotate, you give options, and then people say where they want to go next. Aliens. And the coolest part is that you too can find inspiration for online. I've been trying to get more developers to watch my stream because I need more of them to watch my stream, because we have many game ideas in the Discord channel, but no one has any talent or experience to make them. Not to say that you're talentless. I'm saying that I'm talentless, but also you're talentless too. But yeah, it's pretty cool. There's like a bunch of chat messages and stuff, and they choose where to go. The thing that I've noticed though is that since last night they've been stuck in Montreal. Sorry, they've been stuck in Quebec, and I don't know if it's because they've been stuck here in Quebec or because they drove down here. But like, look, they've been in Quebec like pretty much the entire time. They came from Philadelphia. They started in New York, and then they drove here in surprisingly. I mean, I'm assuming this is just like a bug thing but then they drove all around the coast over here to Provincetown, all the way through, back up to wherever this is, through Salem, up to Rochester, and then they went all the way up to whatever this spot is. I don't even know how they ended up here, actually. And then they somehow ended up in Quebec. So they went across the border, and then now they're here. And then they've just been stuck here for the last couple of days. And for some reason, they keep going into the middle of nowhere. I actually don't know why they keep going into the middle of nowhere, because there's literally nothing here. I say this as somebody who is like, knows about these places. Unless you're going here for work, there's literally no reason for you to be here in the Cartwright. You can actually like look at this. This is the entire town. This is the only town in this one little area of this province. Because Newfoundland and Labrador are nice places, okay? But you're mostly going to be spending your time maybe here, or maybe further down over. I can't see it on the map. But like somewhere, you're not really going to go super far north or like super far east because of how cold it is. You might go to like St. John's for maybe like a couple of days or something, just to go like, I don't know, check out some like cool places. But this is like, you still have to go out of your way to go here, and it's still like it's very nature oriented because there's just nature. Like there's a lot more life on this section and a lot less life on this section, and then a bit of life over here, and then quite a bit of life over here, and a surprising amount of life over here. No reason to leave the best province. So true. Honestly, yeah, I get it. It's not really fun to go down to like Ontario, like especially although they're slowly making their way over. So they're close to. Oh wow, yeah. So last night when I checked in, they were actually they were here. I think they were either here or somewhere here, but they had just made it, I think, through Montreal, and they were just in the wilderness. And then somebody voted to go on like a weird left turn. I think it was here. Somebody voted to go down here, and then they got lost, and then they had to like turn around, and then they kept on going backwards. But yeah, here, yeah. So somebody voted to go down here, and then the chat, everyone was like, oh, there's nothing here, and then everybody decided to do like a U-turn or something to like go backwards. You would treat them as a greedy algorithm. Something interesting on the screen is a direction. Yes, exactly. And then you just take them there. Although at the same time, I wonder if the Google Maps API gives you like the possible ways that that you can go. Because you know how, like, if you go to Street View, you can see the arrows and they only show up if there's like a way there. I wonder if that's how they're doing it versus finding their own metric for it. Unless I'm misunderstanding you. But yeah, so they made it all the way through. I think they're going up to yeah, so they went. I don't know why they were up here. Actually, this is kind of funny. Maybe this is where they were last night. Actually, because this looks more closer to where they were now. But they're slowly making their way over through. Okay, well they missed North Bay, but they're slowly making their way over to Thunder Bay. I think they're gonna throw. My theory is they're going to Thunder Bay. They'll swing by Saskatoon. They'll swing by all of this. They'll go to Calgary. They might go to Toronto if they somehow go down from here, but I highly doubt it. Like, the problem with Toronto is that it's just so far off at this point. Like, if you're going to go to Toronto, you would have split off from here to go down to Toronto, and then you would have gone up all the way through the rest of the provinces, right? But I think they're going straight for the western provinces, and they're going to go all the way through to Vancouver. You think you're responding to something, but you don't remember what it was. Don't worry. That's the beauty of live streaming. I don't remember either. I've actually... I've been thinking that maybe I have like some memory issues or something, because it's like I'll say something but I don't remember what I say. But as I talk to more and more like people in real life, like real people, not to say you aren't real people, but like you have a chat log, so it's easier, right? I've been talking to more and more people that I realize that no, that just happens to all of us. Not to say that we don't care about what we say, but the caring is only in the moment. Why are we inside of a store? What happened? We're gonna crash into them. No, stop. Oh god, please. No, God. Everyone, please, no. Oh no, the car's broken. We have to get the car fixed. POV. Someone's really mad at their workplace. They're going off-roading. This is like beyond the off-roading. We're going too far. I'm gonna vote to go here because I'm kind of curious to see how much deeper. Like, it's funny to me. It's so funny to me that somehow they even have these locations inside of a store, because you would think that Street View, not to say that the photos don't allow you to go inside, but like whenever you go to Street View, right, the arrows take you down where the car has traveled. This implies that the Google car actually had to go inside the shop to be fixed and then had to leave. something happened to the Google Mapping car here, and then they had to go inside the mechanic to be fixed with the camera on, and then they continued down the road. That's actually funny. I actually want to stick on this segment. What is this segment here? Okay, what if I find this one segment? So Google Maps, we're not real. You're not real. I'm just a voice in the box. Thank you, thank you. That's the least parasocial thing that you could have said, and I appreciate that. Think about that, right? It's better to treat me as an inanimate object than to treat me as a person. I'm asking you to objectify me. That way, you won't feel attached to me when I inevitably leave. And also, so that you don't stalk me. You are a stick to me. Okay, some of you have been here longer than others. That is fair. Some of you have been here longer than others. So they're here in Val d'Or, Val d'Or. Wait, sorry, I have to find like Val d'Or. Here we go. So they're in Val d'Or, but they're closer to Reine Narada, and they're off the 117. Oh, I lost the map. I'm trying to see the exact location because I wonder if I can go inside that too. Yeah, they're on the 117. Rue de Coteau. I've never seen that road. I found it. There we go. Wow, chat. No, there is actually like a I can't show it to you on stream because it'll immediately dox me because the Google Maps thing is like that. But yeah, it's I didn't know this. Wait, actually, maybe I can show it. Let's see. I've done segments where I've shown you this stuff before, so maybe I can do it fine and it's totally okay. Let me see. Does this show my address? Probably not. Probably not. Stick AI. So you can actually go inside there. Oh, you know what? It can't show my address. Sorry, I'm on a VPN. I keep forgetting that I set it up with like a fake address thing. So yeah, so look, you can actually just go off the road. So they somehow ended up going through into this automotive shop. So, but for some reason, this automotive shop is like popping. Like there's and so also for some reason, someone lives here. Like it's just kind of a weird place for a house, actually. But I just got here. You can't leave me. You can't leave me. Miss Tattoo, can we go? Wait. Where's the Miss Tattoo? Miss Tattoo? Did I miss it? Did I miss the Miss Tattoo? Can we go to Miss Tattoo, please? Please, I want to get a tattoo. Mom, Dad, I want to get a tattoo on my ass cheeks, please. Can we go, please? This is a weird place to be. Oh, Miss Tattoo. Wait, it's actually called Miss Tattoo. Why is it called Miss Tattoo? Where is Miss Tattoo? Where is that? The yellow guy is on it, on the left corner. The yellow guy, he's right on it. I think this is Miss Tattoo, chat. I'm sorry, but they're going to harvest your organs. Like, if you go in for a tattoo, and then they say, hey, so we do things a little bit differently here. We do tattoos under anesthesia to help you not feel the pain. So, in just a moment, you're going to fall asleep, right? And then you're like, wait, what? No, I don't like needles. And then they say, oh, don't worry, there's no needles. No. We don't use needles here. We just use sleeping gas. And it's like, wait, no, sir. You know what I mean? Yep, I'm sure, you're sure they're totally licensed. Well, it's funny because they could be licensed. So I've known a few people who are licensed and they do it in like their own sort of like mini shop out of their home. It's not super uncommon, but it's like a legit place. They just happen to not be able to afford like a full-on place, but they're still able to do it in like a legit way. But I don't know enough about the licensing to know whether or not they're lying to me or not. So I just trust them at face value. I've never gotten a tattoo from them. I don't have a tattoo yet, but still, you know. Actually, fun fact. I think I'm the only one in my family that doesn't have a tattoo now. I think everyone in my family has like a tattoo. My wife, my brother, pretty sure my sister does. My parents. But yeah, they just somehow ended up inside this like car shop. So, where they're going now? So they're going down Avenue something. I wish you could like look around the car. Like I wish there was different perspectives. Oh, you know what? Hey, the Neil of Neil.fun, if you're watching, since it's a 360 view, can you add like pre-generated car view? So it's like you turn the camera and you add like a fake hood of the car and also add like a fake car windshield as well. It'd be really nice to be able to see and be immersed inside of a car and have different seat positions too, right? So it's like shotgun can only include like the five most active people, so everyone's fighting for a shotgun, and all the backseaters, and then have like a trunk view. I think it'd be funny to have a trunk view where you look behind you, and it's like a trunk that's like barely cracked open, so you can kind of see outside. No. Oh, okay. I guess wherever they went, Google Maps didn't like that. Maybe they stumbled upon a secret military installation like right here. The Canadian military probably has a spot here. Wait, this is a nice rock cliff. This is cool. By the way, I'm pretty sure there were songs about this where it's like avoid the lowlands, it will flood. I'm pretty sure these lines indicate the water will rise to here. If you live below here, you will die. Your tattoo would just be lines from all the brown spots slash moles that connect. Oh, you're a freckled person. Hey, you know what? I actually really enjoy freckle looking people. Not to say that like freckles are bad or anything. I'm just saying that like freckles look very, very interesting. I enjoy a freckled person. I like looking at them. I like touching the freckles. I like plucking them. I like I don't know, just like smushing them. I don't know what it is about freckles, but I really enjoy them. That's a sentence. Sorry. I enjoy freckles. I enjoy like dots on like people. I like dots. I like dotted people. But yeah, I thought this would be cool to like sit on this as we slowly talk about the like day as well as what to do today. And I didn't talk about what to do to what we're going to be doing today. So let me talk about what we're going to be doing today. I got some songs for you all. Not sure if you have a higher skin chance because of them. Higher skin cancer chance because of them. Wait, isn't that true that you do get more skin cancer because you have like freckles and stuff, or like that's like a sign? Like if you get a mole, isn't it that? So are you supposed to go like mole mapping, right? Like it's like a thing where you go to a doctor and then they say, okay, get naked, and then they like examine your body in between every single fold of your. So when they do it, sorry, also and sorry, so they do a mole mapping. They find all your moles and then they check a year after year if you have more moles, and then that's a sign of you having skin cancer. But also, do they check like every single fold of your skin? Like, don't you like eventually die? Isn't it some fake info? You know what? We have the internet. Let's check it out. Mole mapping. Mole mapping is skin cancer. Okay, that's from dirt. Is mole mapping real? Mole mapping cancer real? Mole mapping is a cutting edge dermatology cancer.ca skin exam. Okay, I'm going to assume cancer.ca is fine, but I have no clue. A skin exam. People who have a higher risk of developing skin cancer may need to be examined more. There are some factors like how a skin exam is done. Will systematically check the entire surface of your skin, especially areas of skin exposed to the sun. Or exposed. Okay, use the following system. A, B, C, D, E rule. A is for asymmetry. One half of a mole does not have the same shape as the other half. Oh, so they actually do assess your like moles, and they look if your mole is asymmetrical. If you have an asymmetrical mole, you should go to the doctor right now. B is for border. The edge of a mole is uneven. It can look jagged, notched, or blurry. If you have a blurry filter on your mole, please go. The color C is for the color of your mole. If the color of a mole is not the same throughout, if it has shades of tan, brown, and black, you should go to the doctor. If you have blue, gray, red, pink, or white, what the fuck? If I look at my body and I have a pink or a blue mole, I'm gonna go to the doctor. Like, you don't even have to tell me. I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck? I got an alien on me. They do check. They checked you once. Oh, they checked you once. How many moles do you have? You didn't do a mole mapping, but they checked your body, and that was it. Okay, when they check your body, okay, so for the both of you, right? How detailed do they go? Because can't you get moles anywhere too? Yeah, exactly. Like, you can also have moles where the skin is not exposed, right? Exactly, like in between toes, or like between your butt cheeks. Like, do they have to spread your butt cheeks? Like, do they ask you to like bend over and then like go, okay, spread them wide, and then you like look at like someone's taint for like a mole there? Because you could theoretically have like a taint mole. There's like nothing stopping you from having like a taint mole, right? Oh, imagine you got a mole near your asshole. Imagine you got a mole near your asshole, and so they have to like almost like rub near your asshole to like examine the mole. Imagine taking a shit, and every time you take a shit, like more and more shit gets like clogged up behind the mole. If it's like a protruding mole. Yeah. Oh, never mind. That's just dried poop. Yeah, exactly. Probably 100. You have 100 to 150. Wow. That's crazy. You had underwear on. They did not check there. Oh, that's interesting. You have a mole between the toes that you had questions on. It was fine. Oh, as in like you asked them about that specific mole. Although it's interesting that they don't check you naked. I would prefer my doctor to like be like, okay, get naked. You know what I mean? Because I know that they're like, because then I know that I'm safe. You know what I mean? I have a beauty mark on my penis. I have a beauty mark on my penis that I don't remember having as a child, and one day it popped up sometime in my teens, and I was like, "Oh my god, I have dick cancer," but I never got it checked because I'm kind of worried about asking. But now that I'm older, I was like, I kind of wish that I was like brave enough to like go and be like, "Hey doc, is this mole? Is this like beauty mark on my dick? Like, is this cancer?" You know what I mean? Just to make sure. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I would rather be fully naked than not naked, because who the fuck has a beauty mark on their dick? Like, it's just weird. You were naked enough. That's fair. That's true. You had underwear on. That's true. And that's basically naked, yeah. But still, I would rather them check everywhere. It's actually pretty funny to like see like all the different like spots that like stuff can pop up. Like I've been noticing more like beauty marks popping up here and there, like every now and then throughout the like years, which I guess are mini moles. Because what is a beauty spot actually? Is it a mole? Yeah, it's a mole. Okay, so yeah. Wait, is it a beauty mark? Beauty marks are distinct facial traits. Wait, is a beauty mark a different one? Wait, defining beauty marks and moles. Wait, this is from a clinic. As long as it hasn't changed, it should be fine. It's not uncommon to have them on the undercarriage. The undercarriage. Oh, like of the of the breasts, right? That makes sense. Or do you mean under the carriage, and as in like the underspots of like the carriage, aka the body, aka the like the genitalia? Ah, the pee. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Because like I've been monitoring it and it's never changed, so it's like it should be okay. But still, kind of worried. Yeah, you've heard that that's a big one. Wait, what? If you have moles where skin is not exposed? Oh, because if it's not because of the sun and you all of a sudden have a mole, then it's like a bad thing. Because then it's like you for sure have cancer. Is that why? Like this is a terrible conversation for our hypochondriacs as well as like for any doctor who's like listening in and is like, please, for the love of God, stop spreading misinformation. Sorry. I ain't it. I am not a doctor. Okay, I am not a doctor. You find a mole on your toe, you're dead within a week. No. Yeah, who wants to stream on my channel when I die? Okay. Who has the closest sounding voice to me? Closest sounding voice. So you have to practice your stuttering. If you naturally stutter, then you're in. Okay. But we need people to replace me. Sorry, I alt-tabbed and I didn't realize that's what happened. What? Oh my god, the dice move. No, time to cut your foot off then. Can you imagine? I mean, that's basically what like the amputations and like stuff are, right? Or like the various procedures to like stop it. It's like you just get rid of the entire thing in the hopes that you got it before it's red. You've also checked a bunch of your moles because of your hypochondria. Once one became weird all of a sudden, you removed it and apparently it was fine. What? The other one was hurting, but it fell off on the road to the doctor. And when you came in, you were like, huh? Where is it? Okay, I think you have cancer. I think you, of all people, have cancer. Sorry, but my moles have never disappeared from my body. My moles have stayed there. It was just dried poop. It could have been dried poop. But if it wasn't poop and it hurt, then I'm going to say it. You might have cancer. You might have cancer. Because I'm just saying, like, my moles are still here. My beauty marks and my moles are still there. One on my face, one on my dick. I don't know why they're connected, but that's probably a sign. And guess what? They haven't ever been moved. Although, actually, sorry, there's also one funny thing that I learned too, eh? So there's like a mythology around, like, beauty spot moles too. So like the like smaller ones. And they say that a beauty spot is an indication of where in your past life people loved to kiss you the most. So because my beauty spot is on my face, people love to kiss me on my face. But also because my beauty mark is on my penis, people love to kiss me on my penis in my past life. And I always think about that story because I find it so funny because it's like the implications are profound, right? Like for you, right? With your mole between your toes, like somebody, like you had a Quentin Tarantino in your life. In your past life, you had a Quentin Tarantino, a personal Quentin Tarantino, who sucked on your toes on the daily. That's impressive. Chat, where were your moles? Think about this. Think about the relationship between your moles and your past life's lovers. That's the mythology. Now you feel like you have to get it checked again. It's between the toes. It's so weird. You had a mole disappear. You had the cute mole lip and now it's gone. They disappear? No, don't tell me that they disappear. Because like mine's cool. Mine's like a mole, like a. It's like mine's like the stereotypical one too. It's like the mole lip or like the mole chin. It goes away. You guess that you are a big lover because you have them everywhere. Maybe, or. Actually, I don't want to say the or, but I'm just saying, like, it means that you got kissed there. It doesn't mean that you kissed somebody else. You may have been kissless in your past life. Why are we inside of a convenience store? Chat, this store has a hat. It's selling hats. What is this? Ruin Norada. Some people live here, and some people are very excited to see that we're gonna visit their like homes. You know what I mean? Ruin Norada. Why are we in the window? Why are we in the window? I kind of want to say inside the window. Wait, the window was actually kind of cool. It was kind of a cool window spot. Wait, can I go back or? Oh, you can like vote to churn or something. Chat, I'm gonna like throw it off. I'm gonna throw it off, okay? We're gonna throw it off and we're gonna try to go back into the system. Because I want to go back into the system. Go forward. We have to go straight ahead to the... I want to see a good parking lot, actually. It's actually kind of funny to me that every parking lot, they all sort of look the same. Yes. Take a left. Take a hard left into the parking lot. Yes. Hard left parking lot. Hard left parking lot. Hard left parking lot. Hard left. We're losing the votes. 12 votes. Ah! Well, what a fun game. Ram the cars. Ram the cars. It's such a good concept. Okay, everyone, take a left. Take a right now. We have to stay in the parking lot. It's such a fun experience. Because it's like everybody can just hang out and then you all choose where to go. And like look at the opinions. The opinions are so split. Some people want to stay inside the parking lot. Some people want to like leave the parking lot. Like everybody's a little bit confused. Look. You have some dissenters who are like, please, we have to go back inside the store. It's kind of funny. I want to see what to buy. Chat, we're circling. Chat, we're circling. Chat, we are circling. We are circling now. Can I honk the horn? Oh! Good call! Do you think it honks it for them too? Or do you think it's like okay. I want to make like a driving MMO where... Oh, chat. Okay, MMO where everybody is in one RV. It's just one really cramped RV and everyone has to try to find... Like, make their own space. Chat. I have an idea. MMO RV driving game. You can modify the RV and add stuff to it. Okay? It is a community vote as to who gets to be the driver. The driver has to make sure that they're able to get everyone there to places and to make sure that they're safe, right? And then people can vote out the driver if they hate the driver, okay? But everybody who honks the horn hears the honk across the entire MMO. That would be cool. An MMO where you make the game world together and you're forced to. You're forced to live there with people. Is that a home? No, that has to be like a church or something. These are weird buildings over here. With the Breath of the Wild music, it sounds like a nice little... It's like a little, like, adventure. We're going on a... Why is there an American Eagle? We're in Canada, buddy, okay? This is now a Canadian game. And for some reason, we're here. I don't know a single person who, like, lives in these... smaller, random, in-between places. All I know are people who have businesses there, like or like who work at the businesses there. But I've never known somebody who actually lives in these random, like, because it's like farmland plus some smaller businesses. Maybe it's like car, truck, repair places. Maybe it's like a motel thing. But I've never seen someone there. Make it sci-fi. Oh yes, or post-apocalypse, and make those cars fight each other. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And we'll do like server wars. Yeah. Oh. It could be like Star Trucker. Yeah. Like it could be like the Star Trucker driving game, and then it's like different spaceships. You know what? Okay, it's doable. It's doable, and then you could split off on your own to make your own RV. It's absolutely doable. We just have everybody start off on like a single RV, and it slowly spreads from there. That'd be good. We saw the Quebec flag. Yay, Quebec! Yay, Quebec! I can't imagine like going and driving down these roads too, but also like this is like This is Canada. Like people think it's like a nice green. A lot of Canada is like a very plain, boring, dead like tree green. It's like very because it's cold, right? And the trees die. A lot of it's very, very just like empty and just lifeless. And like very. It's weird how Canada has like a lot of like urban hell like spaces too. Like I think we're slowly coming up on a mini urban hell as soon as we enter the like rain place. What a great place. I love living here. Um, Today I got some cool things for you, okay? Besides this, I got some songs and some games. Remember that drywall eating game that we saw last time on stream that I was like, oh, this is a cool concept for a game that just came out on IGN.com? Well, I bought that game because I was like, I really want to see what it means to eat drywall. So we're going to play that's your drywall eating game. And we're going to be playing some more Angeline Era because I've been addicted to that game, okay? I actually got so, like, I was really into whatever that game was doing with this, like, with this fascinating mix of, like, the Bible and then a retelling of it into this fictional world with and honestly, I was thinking about that gameplay and I was like, man, it really is one of the best experimental game designs that I've ever played in a while because of how simple and yet how effective it is at like being complex enough that you really enjoy what you're doing, but not being so complex that it feels like you have to remember a million buttons, and it doesn't feel like a cutscene game. Every single action that you do is because you wanted to like do it. Like it's the most responsive game that I've played in a while, which is fascinating because we've played very responsive games, right? But it's like it's the same level of like control and responsiveness that you have in Peaks of Yore or White Knuckle, let's say, if that makes sense. Your mold just started having weird white stuff in it. Doctor said that sometimes they might start changing as a trauma. It might be malignant, but also might be not. Also because it's trauma, even just from being rubbed on, they can fall off. They can fall off. It's not very uncommon. It's not very common to have malignant ones, but it's still good to check them either way if they start changing, just in case. Hashtag, yes, no one here is a doctor. Yes, just feel no one here is a doctor. Your 7TV emotes don't display. No! Okay, to be fair, you're not missing out on like much, right? I think the last one that we had was like, it's like this one, or like this one, right? It's you're not missing out on much. It's just a bunch of these, and like they're not that interesting to look at, honestly. Like it's just like these are very normal emotes. You know what I mean? Just very, very normal, boring emotes. And maybe you're better off without 7TV because then you won't have to be like me, where I have to like pause the game, hover the mouse over the emote, and figure out what it says because I don't remember my hieroglyphics. You had that yesterday. You had to update Chrome. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Actually, I'm surprised that it broke again. Though I've heard that making extensions for Chrome, it's like different now, right? Because they don't let you do everything now, right? It's like a new. Was it the manifest, the app manifest or something? And then it's the reason why, for instance, AppBlock doesn't work anymore because it no longer has some low-level control. But I'm surprised that it's breaking so much because, like, if it was working before, why is it breaking now? Especially if it's, like, it's just emotes in a chat. I can't imagine replacing text within a chat being that complicated, but maybe I don't know enough about the task. You know what? If I say it's not that complicated, it's because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna assume it's always that, okay? Because it's never really the problem domain being simple. It's the fact that I can't imagine why, and because I'm not good enough. It didn't work. No, it didn't work. How about this? How about you all switch to Firefox? Because Firefox always works. You say it's because it has a couple of simplifications which are interacting with each other, creating complexity in an organic way. Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah. But also, so it's that, and like, remember how I was mentioning yesterday too, like the way that like you would like press a button. Let's say in in the Devil May Cry, what's like a game that I think most people have played. No one's ever played the Devil May Cry rework by Team Ninja. Even though I like that game, I recognize there was a flaw. It's when you play like Where Winds Meet and you have like a parry thing and you press the parry button and then you like do a crazy animation that like does like 20 damage, right? And I think to myself like, oh, that's cool and all, but I didn't really do anything. I was noticing it last night and I was really thinking about it now. Last night as well as this morning. I was like, man, I've never played a game where like you have to be at the right moment pressing the right thing to be able to get the right result. Like everything has like a direct one-to-one to what happens, if that makes sense. And it's like, and you know, it's like every time that the monster hit me in that game, I never felt like it was unfair. Like the entire time that I was playing, I knew immediately that it was my fault. That like that's how good the controls felt, where like everything feels snappy and I know exactly what went wrong because I know that at that moment I didn't press it the right way, and I know that it's my fault. Like it feels like the only game in the WoW that where I've gone, I'm the problem, which is cool. You heard about that. You also heard that the white thing is normal too. What? Halo Nevis, Sutton Nevis, Halo Nevis, Halo moles. Wait, that's weird. It's like a mini planet on your body. But why is there what? It's like a mini planet on your body. That's cool. It's also like scary though. Like I can't imagine having this on my body and then having to like deal with it and then having to wonder about what is going on because it's like holy shit. Like why does it look like this? I'm like freaking out, right? That's scary. Because it's like if you never heard of it, then you're like I have cancer. Because it's like oh god, it's like here. You don't get why doesn't 7TV just cache emotes in business storage? So you can fall back on it in case it can't load them from a server. Well, I wonder if it does do that. Like I wonder if the issue is something else, or maybe it doesn't cache it. But that's what I assumed that it was doing. Because I'm like the assumption that I always had was that it has some cache and then it pulls them out when it needs them whenever like an update happens, so it'll like pull it down from the site with like the emote set API call, and then it would just replace the ones that aren't there with like the ones that I knew. At the same time, though, I guess it kind of makes sense because it's like like having to do that is kind of annoying, and then also like has storing all that data. Isn't there? I swear there's like a still. I swear there still was MDN persistent storage. I swear there's still like a limit to how much data you can reasonably store within persistent storage. No, like. Wasn't there some limitation where it's like if you store too much, it'll eventually get evicted, but like way sooner, and then you can't do anything? Storage quotas. Here we go. Storage quotas. Best effort data as long as an origin is below the quota. And then the quota is like different. Web storage can be accessed 10 megabits. And I'm pretty sure emotes are way larger than 10 megabits. But at the same time, it's like, I don't really know. No, it doesn't. Oh, they persist until you refresh the page. That's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, I get it though, because it's easier to do everything within your application, and it's easy not to have to do syncing to like a file system like thing, because it basically is just another file system, and then having to sync your in-memory state with a file system state is like an extra layer of complexity that you might not want to do, and then you have to do it across every single browser. So it's like mobile browser as well as desktop browsers. You can store gigabytes of dictionaries in persistent storage. It's fine. Oh, that's interesting that you can do that. That's interesting. But is it because you're using like Firefox, let's say? Because in Firefox, it seems like you can do 10 gigabits of data compared to like web storage, which is different. Oh, sorry, web storage is for local storage and session storage. Other web technologies. Why don't you just list everything? Say so. Which one is something that all games can achieve? But the thing I'm curious is someone doing that faster than us, of course. But it also had to be done right from the technical side to let you connect without thinking about controls. Yeah, sure, yeah. And I like how this game does it very, very well. Well, you have to use Chatterino for now. I actually like Chatterino, both Chrome and Firefox. Okay, that's interesting. But okay, so I can't tell. So this documentation page is kind of confusing. Because, I mean, to be fair, the storage manager is slightly different, but local storage, sessions, because one is local storage, session storage, and then there's like persistent storage, which is like technically whatever database thing that it's using behind like scenes. But I think persistent storage now is all IndexedDB, which I think on Chrome is still SQLite, and then on Firefox is its own thing or something. But yeah, it says some stuff here, but I'll figure it out. But presumably it's more complicated than we think. I don't think it's that easy, and I'm going to assume that it's harder than we think to do it for that stuff. And so maybe that's why they don't do it. Because the one thing too about dictionary data, right? Dictionary data never changes. Or like, I don't think it ever changes. Unless like a dictionary is wrong, you have to post like an update, right? So it's like, I can see like the moment that I have to like try and manage like updates and like changing and then making sure that something works for data that could be volatile, especially with, you don't know like the frequency of people updating emotes. Whereas like for a dictionary, I can be reasonably sure that no one's going to update the definition of a word. I can see why it'd be complicated to have to like think about that and then just sort of throw my hands in the air and go, it's too much. We can just do it like this. However, I do agree that it's also probably not that hard because Chatterino, you can actually go to the source code for it. Chatterino actually does that caching. I'm pretty sure it does. Last time I checked, but I also didn't really look into it clearly. But they actually have like an entire adapter for the 7TV thing. I think it's called 7TV. Yeah, 7TV emote set, and they pull it down and then they store it somewhere. I can't remember if it's in memory or thing though. Maybe they don't store it locally. Maybe they only do it in memory. But it can't be that complicated to just store it. I don't know. At the same time, again, it's one of those things where it's like looking from the outside. It doesn't seem that hard, but it's only when you're in that you realize that wait, it's probably harder. No, I'm gonna assume that it's harder. You think your mole was something else? It was like flakes on the mole itself rather than the halo around it. Your mole was shedding. Maybe it was like a bug. Maybe it was like a bug that was like slowly forming. Is Better TV is Better Twitch TV not used very much? I don't know. I think, at least as far as I can tell, 7TV was the one that had the most mind share in the channels that I did check out. So I think in general, it's probably one. I know before it used to be Frankerface Z, but Frankerface Z, I don't remember why people jumped off of it, but it still works. But yeah, it seems like it's just 7TV now in every channel that I've seen. However, in this channel, I actually use all three of them. So you can actually find emotes from all three. Because the one thing I will say is some emotes only found on some of them, and I don't know why. I guess people just didn't re-upload them, but... in terms of the extension... I don't know, actually. That's a good question, though. In terms of like the extension use, that's a good question. I wonder what the metrics are for the extension use. Because I know that... Don't they have... Whoa, we're in a club! What is going on? Oh, we're bowling! Where are we? We're bowling. Freeway, social something, social roamer, #1 freeway hater. Oh my god, we're in the arcade. We're in the arcade. That is a sec. Oh my god. Because, at least in my view, it seems like all the plugins allow you to use the APIs of the other ones. I just remember there was one thing about one of the APIs blocking access from the other APIs, but for the most part, every single one allowed you to use the emotes from the other with like a toggle. So I'm curious to see what the reason was. You think the lore was political? Better Twitch TV was more stricter, not allowing specific emotes. Oh, like they had like a... I see, like they had their own rule set. Was it like the ass emotes? I mean... I can sort of see why. It's sort of a hassle to then have to argue, you know, like, oh, you're allowing this stuff? Are you like an 18 plus thing and having to like deal with that? But at the same time, that's interesting that they're doing that. Although it's just a curse of UGC. Like any user generated content platform, it's just hard to like make a rule set that works for everyone without feeling too restrictive while also covering your ass. So, but that's interesting. Do you have a Google Docky for it? Google Docky. There's a meme going around of like you know the chicken jockey thing from the Minecraft movie, and Jack Black goes chicken jockey. It's like a Google Docky for like a Google document for like any drama. If you have a Google Docky for any of the, because that's funny to me that like there's like emote platform drama that has led to these decisions. If you can ever find it, please let me know because I'm curious about that. Chat, we're now playing pool. Actually, this arcade looks sick. I wish we had a multitude of arcades still. Like, I feel like we don't have nearly enough. Chat, they're stuck inside the arcade. I feel like we don't have enough arcades in my city that are good, too. And arcades with a variety of games. Like, even this arcade, even though it's good, I would say it's very small. Like, there's only, like, it doesn't seem like there's many game tables. At the same time, we can't really see that far. So, I'm thinking to myself, like, I miss when arcades were full of games. Like, you would find games stacked, like, left, right, center, all over, like, everything. There'd be stuff over here, stuff over there. And they would have a variety of games. They'd have Terminator, House of the Dead. They'd have, like random, like, fish games. There was, like, a fishing rod game. Like, it's... Now there's nothing. Why is there a CNC machine here? What is this place? Oh, I guess it's for the bowling balls. Wait... Do bowling alleys cut their own balls? Oh, they sell the balls. It's a bowling alley that sells their own bespoke balls. Wait, that's cool. Because that bowling ball was 227 Canadian dollars, which is like €5. This is a cool looking place. And there's a bar! Oh shit! We gotta go to the bar! 18 years or older, please. Bar Mega. Bar Mega. Shooter, the popular drinks, rum and coke, Long Island. Oh, our picks. Our top picks. Coors Lights. Oh no, pitches, sorry. The pitchers that we have is Coors Light for 18 bucks, beer, specials. I can't see the closer. I wish there was like the ability for you to look around. This is weird. So bowling alley, bar, one pool table, stacked chairs. I'm assuming for beer pong or something. Like, why are these tables here? This is a strange place. No, they're leaving. Oh, look. Club chair, very odd club chair. I don't know why people would sit here, TBH, with with ATM, TV, gambling. Oh my god, gambling machines. Oh my god, there's gambling machines here. Slushy. Oh my god, they have a slush puppy. I don't know how to explain slush puppy. Do you know what a slush puppy is? Slush puppy is like a weird machine that just had this like specific branding, and it's just icy. It's like a smooth slushy drink. It's basically like a 7-Eleven slushy, but a lot smoother. Oh god, I crave 7-Eleven sushi so much. Now this is some proper town shenanigans. Pac-Man. Okay, they're going back to the locker room now. Why are we in the whole arcade? Why are we going out the back door? What is going on? Why are we looking at the back door? Chat, this is great. Yeah, you also remove the mole and check for cancer. Your doctor advised you against it because he said he knew it was fine for sure and that you would just waste money, but you did anyway, so that you could just stop thinking about it. Yeah, even if it exactly like you would have done the same, wasting money to let you know that it's not cancer. So what exactly? I would pay money for peace of mind, because the thing is, right? How do you know that it's guaranteed it's fine? You know what I mean? Like, what if it is? What if it's like the one that you find and it's like, wait, we're lucky that we did this because deeper inside was the beginnings of like cancer, and it's like, oh shit, then you get it within the first the first stage, and then you're good. Always go check. I need to go back to the doctor. There's a bump. There's a bump in my crotch. It's way too long. No, I'm just kidding. This is okay, chat. This okay. So I think they're stuck in the arcade. I think they'll be stuck here for a while. We're gonna move on now. I have a song for you before we do a though. It's called Your Balls. No, I don't want them. I'm afraid of them. I have a song for you all. The song is interesting, and I really enjoy this song. But I will say this: I didn't know about the artist until I saw a game trailer for it. It's sort of sad to say because I didn't know who this person was when they made these songs. But I only knew about them when I saw it in a game trailer for Metal Gear Solid, of all things. The Metal Gear Solid. What's it called again? What's the one where it's like the fake snake? MGS. Sorry, spoilers. MGS5. For Metal Gear Solid 5, when I saw that trailer, I was like, damn, this is a great song. And then I was thinking, wow, for some reason, like playing Angeline Air as well as the Drywall game, it kind of reminds me of the song. But then I was thinking to myself, wait, that's stupid. Because the song is apparently about like the PTSD that his father experienced within a world war. And I'm like, working and like helping the angels isn't even close to something like that. But I was like, it's too late, and I kind of wanted to listen to it too. So please enjoy this song, which I need to get the name of. Sorry, give me a second. I need a better system to the copy paste things. I probably need to write a couple scripts to make it easier. Probably should. Pin the song. Please enjoy. Nuclear by Mike Oldfield. This. You'll recognize the song as soon as you hear it, especially if you've seen the game trailer. But it's a very, very powerful song, and it's the tone is sort of like a lot darker and much more moody. But I think it's good for the types of games that we're going into today. So please enjoy. I really, really, really enjoyed depressing lyrics like that. It's not even like, if anything. It feels weird to call it depressing because it's sort of just life, but maybe it's sort of indicative that like life can be very depressing in at least in ways. I also really enjoy the feeling behind that song because it sort of starts out and it's almost quiet, almost you can feel something building in the singer as they start the song, and then everything just sort of like lets itself out. But it's not like you're it doesn't feel like an anger. It feels like it's pouring out of them. It's a very fascinating way of them going about performing and singing the song. I really enjoy that like progression of that feeling, of that emotion, of that rise in and the way that the intensity rises while still keeping that feeling of like almost like maybe just like the only word that I can think of is that like pain, right? I also really like that song because some of the bits of the some of the instruments that you hear throughout it, like a lot of it fits with the song very, very well. Like the electric guitar fits super well, but then at the end you can hear this almost like strange like instrument that sounds a lot like something from the Bee Gees. Like if you listen to like "How Deep Is Your Love," you can kind of hear something like that in it there, and it's this strange, almost like pop keyboard, electronic keyboard that's like being used, and it's in the backing track, and it always throws me off in the song whenever it comes on. Like it always throws me off because it sounds like it should cut. It sounds like it shouldn't be there. It sounds like it should be in a again like a Bee Gees song, like "How Deep Is Your Love." But yeah, I didn't know about Mike Oldfield for before the Metal Gear Solid 5 trailer from E3. It's sad to say that, but it's also, that's just how it is sometimes, right? What I've noticed is that it takes effort to go back and sort of look at these things that were there before in order to appreciate them. Not because they aren't there, not because they're not easy to find. They're very easy to find. But the thing is, it's sort of like that thing of like, you never really have a reason to. And because it's never really in your mind, you never really think to go back to like even listen to these things, right? But when you do, you recognize that there's like a whole artistry that's been here before us, but we just never really interface with it. And so it never really enters our mind. But it has to be there out there somewhere. And it's only recently that I've been getting better at being able to find it. Whereas like before I knew of any of these major music services, which granted back then I also couldn't use any of these major music services because I was so poor. Like it was like I got my first phone at like 17 or something because we just didn't have money. And then even then it was like a shitty old rundown phone just so I didn't like die and no one knew that I died out of nowhere, right? So it's like, all these applications now make it so easy, and like YouTube's free if you have the internet for it. You can go on YouTube, listen to music. It's much easier to find these things, but like back then I didn't. So like now I've gotten better at it, and it's nice to sort of go back and just listen to the things that I had missed out on, but that was there before, and sort of see the progression of it. But yeah, this is the trailer that it actually came from. It's a fascinating trailer too because it's so old. But the trailer is still really, really good. Two, I was rewatching this trailer last night because I was thinking about it in terms of the Game Awards. And I was like, wait, this trailer is like pure cinematics. There isn't a single bit of gameplay throughout the entire trailer. And it's both the worst and the best trailer, where it doesn't tell you anything about how the game plays. It just tells you a bunch of background story that you probably won't care about, especially if you're not into Metal Gear Solid or you had no clue of what Metal Gear Solid was at this point, which was hard because I think MGS 1, 2 were major hits. Snake Eater was a major hit. I think 4 was a major hit as well, though the only person I know that played 4 was like me and my brother. So, and as well as my like real life friends. So it's like maybe a handful of us. But it still, like, I'm sure there was somebody out there who was watching E3 and like this is their first MGS, right? So it's still kind of hard. But something about the way that the storytelling was done in this trailer was really, really good. Surprisingly good. Which granted, the games are also mostly movies, so it kind of makes sense. Kojima needs no gameplay. Yeah, exactly. Like like there's something about the way that the stories are like told and the way that it all looks that I think it works out very, very well. Wait, is this the trailer? No, this is the EU trailer. No, sorry, there's nothing wrong with the EU trailer. This is the one. Sorry. The 2014 trailer. Wait, Chinese? And like, it's so cool to see like all these different scenes, but still, like rewatching the trailer, it definitely made me feel like, what is going on? Where's the English version? I was watching it last night. This is the one, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. But are the scenes the same? Extended cuts? What do you mean extended cuts? Extended director's cut? I didn't see this one. This video may not be appropriate. Give me a second. Why is it not appropriate? Uh, uh. Oh yeah, I forgot about that scene. Um. Uh. Ooh. Yeah, I forgot about that shot too. It's also not the same trailer. Okay, well, it's not this one. God, it's so hard to find these things. Sorry. 2014 English. Here we go. What hybrid games? Okay, I guess the Chinese one is the only one that we have. Why? What happened to the English one? Korean. Where's the English one? Gameplay demo, Chinese. There's nothing wrong with the Chinese version, but I don't know if it's cut differently because China has some censorship rules that I remember are kind of annoying to work around. So I don't know if it is actually uncut. If it's the uncut gem or the cut gem. But like, this is the best one that we have so far, okay? But it comes from this trailer. And you just see all this devastation. And the way that the song is placed with the scenes that you're seeing and sort of like the idea behind the song and even like the meaning of the song and the way that it sort of like hints at this idea of like, you know, like when Mike Oldfield sings that like line of like all the brothers are long gone. You really feel that. And it's a very fascinating choice too, because it's like I feel like Kojima has always had very, very good music choices throughout everything that he does. Like, especially Death Stranding, I feel like the music choices there were really, really good. I love how it cuts to his name like every couple seconds. But just look at that. Though I will say, the beats on those like beats where he cuts away to the like information about the game as well as the studio, I feel like it like breaks the flow too much and sort of like interrupts the mood of the songs so early on when I think it kind of needs it. The Metal Gear Rising soundtrack goes hard. Yeah, all of them go hard. Yeah, exactly. But MGS Rising, yes, I agree. I've actually been meaning to replay that game because like I just crave that kind of like I don't know, just that weird, wacky sort of like gameplay story. What is this? I pulled the best move I've ever pulled off in my 300 hours of Metal Gear Rising. Huge. I didn't know he said like that. Huge. This place is huge. This place is huge. This place is huge. PUV when you take someone home for the first time. This place is huge. Sorry. I don't know why that line's really good. The reading of that line is just strange. This place is huge. So, what's the coolest move that he's ever pulled off in his 300 hours? I forgot how incomprehensible this game is to see. Playing the game feels really good, but oh shit, that is the sickest move that they. That's sick. All right, that was a sick combo. All four in one go, slice them all up, take out all of the organs. That's pretty cool. Anyways, that's the story of how I got to that song. We're gonna eat some drywall, everyone. So please, everybody, look to your left, look to your right, look up. Don't look down unless maybe you live in like an attic. Get ready, pull out your forks and your knives, because you're gonna eat that. You're gonna eat that. I will be right back. I have a song for you all. Actually, we're gonna move on now because the game is bugged. We can't do it today. I have another song for you. This song I think was a good. It was just a weird song that I wanted to play to like move us into this next section for to play Angeline Error, and I thought it was funny because like the lyrics are very, very sad for this song, but in spite of the fact that the lyrics are incredibly sad, the song is beautiful as well based on what it's talking about, and it's a little bit topical because of what the game is about. And I thought it was like an interesting fit into it because it's like, I don't know, I just wanted to like listen to like sad music, okay? Like I just thought it was fun to listen to sad music, and like how often like you don't get many situations where you get to listen to like sad music and then share it with like people, right? But I like the concept of the song, and then relating it to whatever Angeline Error is about, I thought was a fascinating thing to like try out. just know that it is a fairly sad song, but it doesn't mean that you will feel sad. It just depends on how you take it. And again, it's that's the beauty of songs in general and of art in the general. How you interpret it changes the meaning, right? And I have my own interpretation of the song, but I'm curious to hear yours once you listen to it because it's a very beautiful song. It's a song by an artist named Kishibashi. They're actually a part of a band called I think like of Montreal, which is something that I heard of. I can't remember how I found them, but I found them because of various reasons, and this is one of their songs that I found, and I was like, wow, this is a beautiful song. So please enjoy "I Am the Antichrist to You" by Kishibashi. It's a very, very beautiful song to me. The way that I view it is sort of like almost like somebody sort of feeling like they're a monster to people around them, and yet somehow, still the people around them are willing to like hold on to them and sort of like take care of them, even though they themselves don't really deserve it based on various reasons that they give, and then also sort of understanding that they're not really meant to be there, and it's still this like overpowering belief that they are a terrible person to the people around them, right? Like the Antichrist to you. There's a similar song actually by another band which I can't recall the name of now that I really enjoyed that had the same concept that I played a while back. This idea of it's something called Walls. I need to find my like notes. Wait, something called the Wall. Don't paint your devil on my wall. Sort of the way that I felt about that song too. By the cutting room of floor. I grapple with that concept a lot of like just thinking about like the ways I've treated people, the way that like people treat me. I sort of see this song in so many different lights where it's like I hope that they see themselves that way because I see them because I see and saw myself that way, which helps me to become a better person. But in all of that, there was so much pain to sort of get through it, and it's and the way that the singer sings it and the way that it feels almost so. They really capture this feeling of like an angelic style of singing in it that also feels very sort of like I don't know how to say it. I guess ethereal is probably the best way to say it. That it feels almost like you're in a daze, almost like you're floating away, as if your soul has left your body. That it kind of feels like when you're trying to better yourself as like a person, if that makes sense. I don't know, something along those lines. But I thought that also it was a great song because the game that we're about to continue on, Angeline Era, includes the Bible. I didn't expect it either, but apparently the Bible is a very huge part of the game's lore. So thought it was fun to play a song about being the Antichrist with a song about the Bible. And obviously it's like there's like deeper meanings to it, but that's how I interpreted it, at least for me. I'm curious to hear your interpretations because my interpretations are probably always wrong because I had this problem too with a lot of songs, and this song in particular starts to like lean more heavily into it. There's a lot of songs I listen to that it's hard for me to understand the lyrics because the way that the voice sounds almost muddies it so much, and my brain doesn't really work that way. Like it's hard to sort of say, but my brain doesn't seem to make out some of the words. Like a lot of songs, I'll have to like look up the lyrics to understand what the word is. Like what's that group? MGMT. Basically every MGMT song, I always think it's a whole different set of lyrics because I don't know what they're saying. And I think that they're making up words, but I can't think of the word. It's like trying to play Wordle, but with sounds. And it's like trying to figure out what they're saying based on this like mumbled speech almost. But it's not even that they're mumbling. It's just like something about the noise and the way that the voice is mixed. I just can't seem to decipher it. But so I'm curious to see how you think of it, this song as well. It's a beautiful song. Kishibashi is in a band called Of Montreal, but they also do a bunch of their own stuff. They actually make quite a lot of songs. There's actually quite a few out there. Please do give them a full listen. And that's the final song for today. I might have more songs tomorrow, but just for today, because of the things that we did, and also because I was so tired from yesterday, I was like, having the songs gives me a chance to go and drink some more coffee and get some ice for coffee, which I did. So we're gonna move on now. You can tell that the coffee is kicked in for Angeline Air. This will probably go poorly for me because I need to be able to like play the game well, but you know what? That's why the coffee is here, is to help me power through. Because I'm too old to stay up for the Game Awards now. And I'm too old to recover quickly enough to be able to continue playing after a night. Like, it feels like how I used to feel like when I was hungover after going to drinking for work. Except I didn't drink a single thing. It's just me being tired. You don't know. You were vibing to it while brushing your teeth. See, exactly. Like, it's something about, like,
I wish I was better at sort of like untangling the meanings of songs, but at the same time, that's sort of the fun of it, right? Or like that's sort of like the whole point of the art is like you like I will get better at it as I keep practicing it. And also, it's not about being good at it. It's about deriving your own meaning from it. So it doesn't matter if you're good at it or not. There's no metric for like what is good, what is bad. It's just what do you feel when you listen to the song. And that's how I feel about that song. Give me a moment to set the game up, and we'll continue on, and we'll see what God is up to. And hopefully, I get to be the Antichrist. I love being anti-Christian. Or anti-Christ-like. Sorry, anti-Christ-like. Not anti-Christian, sorry. Antichrist. You also need lyrics for songs. XD. You'll try both. See you. Stuff. 1, 2, 3. Weather today is cold. 6:18 is chilling somewhere. Da, da, da. Sorry, bro. Sorry for yapping. No worries. Have a good night, and thanks for showing up. And hopefully you have a good time as well. This game is good, but it's time for me to go, chat, as well, too. I do want to do the thing of the book club. I'll probably just talk about it now quickly. Of the book that the other chatter posted. I also need to reply to a bunch of messages for tomorrow. Which is the one that I posted inside the Dark Academia era. Not the Story of Your Life. I don't think you can get that one for free. I guess you could if you pirate it. But specifically the one that's free, the Anti-Memetics Division, I thought it'd be fun. I don't know. I don't think it'll be for the holidays, though, because now that I think about it, everybody's busy for the holidays, including me. So it might be for next time. But we will eventually do this at some point. Tomorrow, I'm doing some co-op games with some fellow streamers, right? Habasaurus, Noggy, and a new one, which I never got to say hello to because I couldn't make it last time to the peak session. I don't think. Or maybe I've already met them. I'm not really sure. I need to remember. So yeah, tomorrow will be a co-op day. Well, we maybe might do something afterwards, but I've been pushing my sleep for too long, so I'm going to pass out if I keep on doing it. So the Game Awards fucked me up. See you all tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for showing up. Again, I don't know why you're here, but I do appreciate it. And it's always fun. Take care of yourselves. Happy holidays. I don't know. Go watch someone. I don't know. Can I raid someone? No one's online. Wait, maybe I just switch up like ASMR. Ooh. Holy shit, there's a VR chat ASMR person. Doing silly little dances for yarn balls. Travago! I hate ads so much. Good night, everyone. See you all tomorrow. Thanks for showing up. Peace out. Bye.